Boom, 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 boom.
Well, that went
People are waiting.
quicker in the background.
I think because it had already started, like even the thumbnail retaking, everybody's just like, it probably does that thing, it'll be starting shortly.
Yeah. I tried to do that thing where I scheduled it, but I scheduled it on my computer, and then whenever I tried to do it to where we could join in, hey Abby, join in on here, like it wouldn't, it said it was there, but like, it's like we had to do it from the place where I scheduled it, which is weird, and I feel like that can't be right. We're just talking tech. Hey, Rebecca, Rose, Justin.
Hello.
Aesthetic.
Nice.
I'm glad you're here. Can help with the vibe. Let's see, Ari, Eric.
It's my birthday and it's a born.
Oh,
man.
Alex. Well, happy birthday, Alex.
Yes, a very happy birthday.
Hi, Catherine and Maggie and Donna
Scotland.
and Marie. What is it? Marie Helen?
Marie Helen.
Helen? It's a beautiful name. And R.M. Williams. Yay! I hope you turn in for both too, R.M. Williams.
Rainy day. Yeah, birthdays this week. We don't have any birthdays in April in this family. Our next birthday's not till Grayson in July. So.
My dad.
Well, in the immediate family. So, yeah.
Aw, thanks. Melanie and Jackson. Hey, Jackson. All right, you guys. As usual, I've got my computer over here, so if you see me looking.
So, just really quick, guys, just a point of order. This is going to be a 30-minute live stream?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll go a little longer. We're flexible, but we're probably going to make this one a little shorter. 2 reasons. 1, since we're doing 2, and 2, because the kids are awake, and Elizabeth is, Grandma, hey, Grandma. And the kids, Elizabeth is 2, and she's at that age of 2 where
everything is hers.
Everything is hers.
She wants to do everything by herself.
So basically, if something's not perfectly Elizabeth, she's like, ah!
Chaos. So.
She just screams. So you're going to probably hear that, and you're probably going to hear us being like, because it's just going to happen. Daphne!
She's just going to we're just going to have that technical interruption bear, you know, and comes back and
I need to figure out how to do that. Let's see, is it Darren or is it Darren or Darren?
Darren.
And then I love handbags. Obviously. I know that person. That's my friend.
Darren.
Well, that'd be a cool name.
That would be cool.
Darren's cool too.
She should repronounce her name Darren now because she just
awesome.
totally slagged on the pronunciation of her name.
I'm not good with pronouncing things. So
pronouncing things.
Pronouncing. No, my hair is wet too, y'all. So it's just gonna probably as we stream, it'll get bigger and bigger and fluffier.
Someone asked how the weather's here. The weather's great.
Great. Are you kidding me? Have you not looked at the radars?
What's coming? But today it's great.
So let me tell y'all.
This is how it works.
It's a double-edged sword. So listen, I don't want there to be like a tornado, and I don't want Anastasia, happy birthday. Oh, I don't want people to be hurt. Someone on here's birthday too. Who was it? It was
Alex.
Alex's birthday. Birthday twins. So I don't want people to be hurt. I don't want damage, but I'm saying Darren, cool. Awesome. So, but I also enjoy a good storm. And so what's been happening in Houston is that, love back, is that we've been in this spot in Houston. And so the weather's like here's the bad weather. And it's like, here's Houston. And the weather's like, oh, I'm going to come right over Houston. Oh no. And that's what it's been doing. It keeps missing us, which is good. But also I'm like,
well,
I like my weather.
We need some rain.
Well, what do you mean? We've been getting rain.
Well,
getting a lot of rain.
We need wind. We need this thing. So we want weather to come change what's here, because otherwise you get.
It's just all the good weather just keeps. It literally drives by Houston in waves.
And by the good weather, to be clear, she means the really awful weather.
Yeah, the severe weather. It does. It just keeps waving.
Every time she pulls up the tornado tracker, and she's like, "It's missing us again." And I'm like,
"Look, Kyle. Right now we're in the red." And then as the day progresses, it's like, "Oh, it missed
it's
Houston."
And I'm like, "It's not a healthy relationship with weather."
You know what? I told Kyle today. What did I tell you I was gonna today?
She's planning her trip to go drive.
No, I'm gonna. What am I going to be? I'm deciding.
Oh, she's decided she's going to recast her life as a meteorologist.
I'm not 40 yet, so
for Disney World. That was her plan.
I'm a little, your midlife crisis, they say is 40. I'm younger than the midlife crisis time, but getting there. So I was like, I'm just going to go back. I'm just going to go become a meteorologist. But Disney, I told him if I was a weather person at Disney World, I was like, be the most popular content on the planet. I'd be happy. That would be my dream.
But see, doesn't that feel obviously again they have their share, but isn't that mostly point? It's sunny and 75,
Orlando
guys.
they're like us. They sometimes get exciting weather. You have a question, shoot away. Aw, well, I'm glad. I feel weird calling you aesthetic.
Yeah. We had a tornado warning. Luckily, we had none.
Yeah.
That's good. What was
Yeah, and joking aside, we don't really want there to be a tornado because, like, that would be the one time we had that. Well, we've had more than one tornado, but.
Is everything closed over there? No.
Ari, yeah, it's still closed.
Yeah, I mean, everything, you know, right? So
we'll get to that in a minute. Your name is Reese. Okay, cool. Oh, that's a cool name. I like that name. No, the few times we've had an actual tornado thing, it is scary, and you don't want it to do anything. It's just, you know, weather can be exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone, all of my friends in the UK are always like, we don't get any of the cool weather, and I'm like, it's okay, come to my vlogs. I'll share. Like, it's so funny that you say that. I always hear that from my UK friends. Okay, so let's see that Sophie's going to be 11 this year.
No.
Oh, for real?
Well,
For real, she's going to be 11.
We were like,
Reese from Illinois.
we panicked when she turned 9 because I was like, she's halfway to 18. So.
Well, you know, it's funny too. Kyle and I are very, we're not super emotional about like the whole kids getting older thing. But for some reason, like when we thought about the fact that when she was 9, 10, whatever, we were like, whoa, like our time with her is halfway done.
She's
and
halfway
that
to
kind of
21
hit
now.
us.
Halfway to 21.
Yeah, Jackson, because you're up in San Antonio, right?
The question was, she's in 9th grade, any tips?
You're a 9th grader? Someone's asking 9th grade tips?
Yeah. Weather drama. Yes.
I know, I totally do get into weather drama. Tips for 9th grade. I remember 9th grade like it happened 2 days ago. I remember it so clearly.
Let's see. I had a big growth spurt in 9th grade, so
I didn't grow much.
Save a little budget for new pants. That was I was wearing some high waters there for a couple of months.
I didn't date him then. It was too embarrassing. No, 9th grade was awesome. So, I mean, I had a.
So we went to the same high school.
Yeah, and I'm one of those weird people. You know, people have like their high school horror stories. I liked high school.
Yeah.
I had a great high school time. And college was more fun, but.
I had a good time in high school. I mean, I'm a likable child, so.
He's not.
So I was well liked.
No one liked him at all.
So we just had my son Kyle's birthday Thursday. We made spaghetti and cake. We had a glow stick and balloon dance parties. Oh,
how
cool.
fun, Amanda!
That's
what a
awesome.
good idea.
Glow stick and balloons. That's a good dance.
Ooh, I know,
like
that's
that
super
idea.
fun. Jackson said he had broken back in 9th and 10th grade. Yikes.
Yikes. I've never broken a bone. Everyone.
I have.
Yep, broke your hip.
I broke my hip.
You weak boned.
I'm not weak boned. Hello. I just broke my hip.
Which one of us broke a bone?
Well, no, you know what that says? It says that you don't take any risk, that you're boring, which is why no one liked him in high school. So I'm just kidding, people.
It's true though. It's true though. I've basically never broken a bone because I took a desk job as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Avoided skydiving and motorcycles.
Meanwhile,
You fell down some stairs.
I fell downstairs, but no, I climbed trees and rode bikes and also took jobs where I got to fly in tiny planes and film and go on SWAT raids. I'm definitely the cooler one. I'm sorry. No.
I've never been on a SWAT raid. It is true.
I have been on multiple SWAT raids. Like, that's so weird. What a weird time of my life. Like, what did I do in life that I ended up working on SWAT raids?
What time is it for us? It's 1:15.
Yeah, 1:12 in the afternoon, PM, yeah.
Yeah, 1 in the afternoon. You fell downstairs and flipped over a handlebar kamikaze style. Oh.
Jackson. Yikes.
Yes.
All right, so we can keep chatting. So let's talk about the developing Texas news because it's
news.
It made the news. It was really embarrassing, actually, on Twitter. People just like really grumping at us, and they're not wrong.
It's coming though. It's not going to be just Texas for long. So there's this big pushback here.
But tell people what's going on with Texas.
Well, so here in Texas and in other parts of America, of course, there's a lot of people who are economically suffering. And so they've been pushing to reopen all of the shops and businesses and just kind of take away the stay-at-home orders and kind of just get back to the opening everything up.
Up there?
Hey, quit going through that stuff. It's loud.
Audrey,
Quietly.
is that you?
Quietly.
I mean, it's fine, but like that was excessive.
Yeah. So getting the in Denmark schools grades are open again in Denmark. Oh, nice.
Oh wow! I did not expect that. Okay.
So that's that. We'll see how that goes, right? But But yeah, so anyway, so in Texas, the people are trying to do it.
Thank you. Prayers back to your family.
And that's happening in other states too, just to be clear.
I know, but Texas just jumped on it.
Well, Texas were the first ones to sue about it, I think.
Whoa, we were suing?
Well, there's churches who've been suing the
That's
rules
ridiculous.
because they want to be able to assemble.
I get it, but like to sue about it?
Well,
This is annoying, y'all.
you're allowed to sue. It's good that you're allowed to.
I know.
I wish that even then some of it is just to make a point that like the government just can't say anything to anybody at any time.
We're all about freedom here, y'all.
So
The U.S. is really, really don't like people messing with.
yeah, we're not going to school anymore this year. So school has been shut down.
So that's the other thing.
So the flip side to it, right, is they said the same day that they said, well, hey, we're going to come up with this plan to reopen the businesses and, get on with it, is the same day the governor and the Texas Board of TEA came out and said, no more school this year. So
a lot of people were like, okay, so it's not safe to
kinda
go back
mixed
to
messages.
school, but you're telling everyone you want us to start going back to opening.
yeah, it's going good there. So that's one of the things in Texas. Texas is, it's not different, but Texas has a certain characteristic, right? We don't have a lot of people living close together like New York City.
We have a lot of space.
We have a lot of space. The density here is very small. We have a lot of people living, as big as we are, there's big areas of it where there's nobody there. The spread has been slow. They actually want the spread to actually, in some ways, not speed up, but like they want to be able to kind of control it. And so by opening the things up, they can actually get more research and out of control. Because otherwise, if we're all just sitting in our houses, never spreading it, but also kind of, whatever,
I know.
it's hard
It's
hard to get out of this. So you do have to at some point make a plan to get out of it.
Yes, Alex, that's a good point. See, this is my concern. So I want things to start to go back to normal.
Yeah,
And I do
want
think,
to is that
yes,
yeah.
I do think that the plan they have for going back is a good plan. But I'm like the way they want to implement it, it's very good, right? Like the actual plan. But I feel like that good plan should maybe not be happening yet. But at the same time, like I do feel for people who need to work. And I do want so here's the thing. I watch people a lot smarter than me that were talking about how in Texas, we are 49th. Okay, how many states do we have, Kyle? How many states do we have?
50.
Well, yeah. So we're 49 in terms of how much like our testing rate, which is awful.
So the problem when you ask that question, Donna, like has Texas spread increased? Like, well, we don't test, so how would we know?
So that's where I'm concerned is I want things to go back to normal, but if we don't have an accurate representation of how our spread actually is because we're testing so poorly, that makes me nervous.
Well, and just to be clear, like a big part of this when we're talking about money, right? And everybody thinks about their paychecks today, but if you think about the whole economy of England or Texas or even the whole world, if we all come back in and we end up like having all these chaotic moments of death and destruction and like, all this like millions of deaths, it'll wreck the economy more in the long term than living in a low pain now. So a big part of this is to figure out how can we all just survive, now and make better decisions now, and then we can pay ourselves back. And it's true, we may be paying ourselves back in 50 years. And maybe that decisions made now, finally like pay off in 50 years where we get back and we actually get more for it now. So making short-term painful decisions for long-term success. So that's obviously not good news to hear if you're 65 and you're like, well, my pension is going to be reduced and I won't see 50 years because I'll be dead. You're like, well, yep, you're on the wrong side, but we're doing this for, the whole economy and everybody in it, not just, people right now today.
So yeah, so that's why Texas was in the news. It was because
Denmark is going by how many is hospitalized, the numbers going down. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like some of, I can't speak for Denmark, but I know some of we're seeing numbers. The U.S. is seeing numbers go down.
Yeah, in places. In certain places.
Yeah.
Right?
So.
With certain characteristics, and so letting those places come back, so I saw in Austria, for example, they're allowing socially distant sports. So now you can go play tennis. And you can play bowling, but you can't, go wrestle, right? Or play sports like football or rugby.
Well, I'm out.
Or any of those. So, so figuring out, maybe it's also figuring out, like, we were talking earlier about getting a haircut. Like, is it really risky to go get a haircut? You go wash, they wash, you sit at the chair, you leave. Is there really a reason to, not have a haircut place open? Now, that gets into tricky stuff because how are the kids handling this? I think they're just really like freaked out just by the change. Especially I think when you're like young and something changes like this. I think it's a big change for us, to be clear, but like I think like definitely the older you are, the more like you feel like, well, this is just how things happen in life. But when you're 10 and like things go from what they were to this totally different way of things.
They've handled it pretty well, I think.
They've handled it well, but I think it's definitely like more drastic of a change, like, you know, and how they're like their school, for example, is just so different.
And they're sad because they're now that our schools are officially initially schools, it was up to the school district when they closed, and then it became the state said no, we're not going to open until May 4th. Now the state said we're not going to open it all till next school year. So the kids are a little sad that they're not seeing their friends and everything. It's fine, guys.
It's fine.
So you know, but I think in general they've been.
I mean,
I'm looking
they're
at
kids.
Twitter though about
they're
Texas.
resilient, and like they think it's kind of like summer school. Like they're just hanging out at the house, doing what kids do at the house, you know, in summertime. Not getting out as much to go see their friends, but like still getting outside, still playing games, all that stuff.
And see, I'm seeing some things that like that's the same questions I have. I'm looking at Twitter, but like, you know, here's someone who's pointing out we shut down Texas when the coronavirus wasn't as bad, and now we're going to reopen it when it's actually way worse. And like those are concerns I have as well. Like one thing Kyle was saying, not to be fatalistic, but he was saying that like, well, if we start to open things back up and all of a sudden, bam, that was the wrong idea.
Yeah. But you know what? So for example, here in Fort Bend County, though, you as in you and me can go get free tests right now. They said you can just call them. You don't have to have any symptoms.
Finally.
Yeah, they've got the funding
which
for it.
they should have been doing already.
So they've got the funding for it, but there's a limited number of tests. It's 200 per day. So though it's free, and you can just go call them, but then they'll give you a schedule. But that schedule might seriously, and I think it's already backed up like 26 days or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm gonna go look at our
So yeah.
our area.
Hey guys, just.
Let's see. I'm just looking here. Let's see, Alabama.
What
Alabama
kind
apparently.
of camera? Well, it's a nice, classy iPhone.
We're using what's the newest iPhone, whatever that's called, the one with the 3 camera lenses,
X.
but we're not using that side.
X.
So I don't remember
Whatever.
what they're called now because they stopped.
It's all letters and stuff. It's not.
Is it
7.
the 11? I don't know.
Yeah.
The last one they had didn't call by a number. They didn't say the 10. They said like the max. I don't know. It's that one. It's the big one. So I was just looking though. It says that Alabama is jumping on with Texas. They're doing something too.
Yeah. Well, the plans. But I mean, so when we talk about plans, that's what's funny is like in some ways, a short-term plan is to figure out what risk everybody's willing to take, and take that risk. So some of the plan is like, I mean, the long-term plan is to get a vaccine, right? They're working on that. The medium-term plan is to figure out how, you know, once the curve's been flattened, how to build enough supply to handle a reopening with the new peaks, right? So we have a peak, can we handle it now? Because we built more ventilators, and we built more, we set up more hospitals, and we have more early detection, or we do contact tracing, right? And you know, people, when you hear someone around you got it, you go home, you instantly go test, right? Things like that.
Want me to tighten it?
So testing and that piece, that's the medium term. But the short term, figuring out what the real risk we're willing to take is.
Well,
and if they're not willing to open the schools, I feel like, and this is what someone said the other day, Jonah Goldberg said it, and he's totally right. He said, people stopped, you know, like the NBA didn't wait for the government to like say like, hey, we're going to stop playing games, right? People make those decisions for safety and their personal safety, their family safety, their community safety. They make them on their own. Like they don't need a government. They don't need a doctor even to tell them. They look around and they go, this is kind of dangerous. We're going to stop. We're going to back up. And a lot of companies did it. The NBA and sports do it. A lot of people do it. And the flip side is like, people aren't going to go back out into the economy and do things until they think it's safe. And nobody can wave a magic wand and be like, it's safe, go out. And like everybody just steps outside and heads back to the movie theater. No one's gonna head back to the movie theater just because they open the economy, right? So that's a big thing, is to kind of figure out, people go out people came back in because they didn't feel safe, and people only go out when they feel safe, and that's up to people. That's not, again, there's no
and
pronouncement.
let me just I am just torn, y'all. Like I want us to go back. Obviously, who doesn't? But I also don't. Our I told you I wasn't gonna sugarcoat this stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I'm too old to not have an opinion anymore. Our administration, it's pretty obvious, the whole world knows this, really screwed up initially. And then,
And I think the way to put it fairly, though, is we want them to succeed.
Yeah, we don't want them to fail.
We want everybody to be wildly successful.
Just because we might not like the administration doesn't mean we want them to fail.
I don't care.
I want them to succeed.
Because I don't want people to die. I don't want people to get sick. And I don't want our economy to suffer greatly. And I want people to...
It's hard. It's real hard.
But the thing is, it won't get back to normal. So the first thing you got to do is convince people what the new normal is. And to your point, have a plan. And then just have a plan that's convincing. And so the fact that we still don't kind of have plans... a cruise ship on May 30th.
Yeah, that's not happening. I saw those are supposed to stay
canceled probably
for a long time.
I bet years.
Yeah.
I bet that whole industry is
I feel bad. That stinks.
Gone till 2022. I bet. You want people to succeed, but to your point, I totally agree. You want a plan. You want to plan. Hey, Elizabeth, shush, honey bunny.
Be nice.
Be nice. You want a plan, and you want to know that. Elizabeth,
okay.
This is not a yelling house.
They'll work it out. I do film on my real camera still too. I did. Here, hand it to me.
What?
The iPhone's just easy, but
iPhone's super convenient. Any Disney trip plans? Our next Disney trip is planned October of 2021.
For the 50th.
Assuming everything all goes great.
I might go back.
A friend of Courtney's offered to
she has some credit. So
is that if and when Disney World opens up,
we might go for the big
the big reopening.
Just me though, to cover it more for news for our Disney Channel.
Yeah, from a news perspective, right, to celebrate the reopening and kind of see all the steps
capture
capture all the steps that Disney's going to take.
Which I'm really curious about, and I think people around the world would like that.
Because definitely, how it feels to be there.
Audrey's more daredevil.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Yes. Audrey will just climb up on this counter and jump off. You don't even have to ask her to. She'll just do it.
Well, it's also her just lack of being careful.
Yeah,
There's no
But I mean, she's the one who will just she sees the trampoline, she goes on the outside of the trampoline and just runs around the edge and doesn't even sweat it. Yeah, what's the question? You just ask the questions. Feel free. That's what we're here for. We're here for questions.
What?
Hey, B-Rock, staying safe.
Yeah. So. Blah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, like I said, they can say reopen.
See.
Hey, reopen all you want. I'll go out and do what's safe for me.
Fingers crossed.
The thing is, and my company's already said no matter what the reopenings are, if you don't feel comfortable going to meetings or going out to.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. They basically said you get to make your own decisions, and the clients aren't going to dictate. So we work for clients. We work for other companies.
People hire them.
Oh, well, sorry, your bag's gonna. Happy birthday, Alex. Be safe.
Hello from Preston, UK. Yay.
You see family members outside your home?
Oh, we've done that
once.
Let's see. I
guess
saw
technically
twice.
So after the trip to the hospital, you went and saw your parents.
Mm-hmm. And then we saw everyone
for Easter.
Not everyone, not my sister and stuff, because it would have been too many people. But we did get together with the grandparents. Because we've all been isolated, so we felt pretty safe to do that.
Everybody's just been isolated, so so we're not risk averse. We took the risk, I guess, or whatever. We judged the risk, and we said, well, everybody's home, everybody's healthy.
Thanks, Amanda. That makes me feel better about the fact that they're going nuts.
But a big part of it is making that decision kind of one by one, right? You can't just say I'm safe. I'll get these no matter what.
I see, Mike. Where are you at, Mike? Pretty good still.
Yeah, sorry. Where are you? We didn't see where you're, Mike. It's so hard not to. Yeah. And especially for us because they're close by, so that
they're right here.
But the biggest thing is we're all isolated otherwise.
And
so
they've been isolated.
And so we just have no, and we're just obviously everybody's taking care of themselves and making sure that they're healthy, and we planned it all. What are we having for dinner tonight? What are we having for dinner?
Let me go look at my
Leftovers
meal
for
plan.
me, I'm sure.
Yeah, Kyle.
We got 14 tons of leftovers.
I put Kyle on leftover duty, and he has failed. Failed, Kyle.
Yeah, so we do a thing where I pretty much just eat leftovers every night, so I'm never eating like what everyone else is eating.
That's not true.
I do sometimes, but there's always so many leftovers. So still working outside home, so you haven't seen my parents. Yeah, see if they're still working. Yeah, if you're a field worker in healthcare or whatever, you shouldn't be going to your parents' house or whatever.
And Kyle's dad is in healthcare, but like he's a periodontist, so they just stopped taking normal.
Yeah, he's just doing just emergencies.
Only emergencies, so he's not been exposed either.
And just like every doctor, like he's got like a crazy sanitation plan.
The Trump supporters are protesting in Minnesota right now?
Everywhere.
Or was that the people
They're
that were
everywhere.
like beeping their horns, or was that somewhere
well,
else?
first off, it's everywhere. So it's in Texas, Ohio, same thing. Like, and to be clear, they're not just Trump supporters, right? They want to open the economy, right? They're mostly people who have small businesses and want the economy open.
I know.
But of course, they're going to be mixed in with people who think, oh, this is like a hoax. There's people who think this is like
those people I want to punch in the face, y'all. the people who are like, this is just a hoax.
Flu.
It's not real. It's just the flu, and you're like, I can't stand that. So I don't know what we're having for dinner tonight.
Horn beepers are in Michigan, I think. Yeah. Well, there's protesters out there, and
shoot, we were supposed to have a crock pot meal, and I did not put it in the crock pot. Let me go see if it's one. I can do one of the like 4-hour on highs.
What time is it? It's 1:30. We are almost at time for
Yeah.
our live stream, by the way.
For the person asking, we're supposed to be having crock pot pesto chicken, but I forgot that we were doing crock pot meal, so.
We're glad you like our weather vlogs. We try to do more of them. It's when the weather's not, it's when the weather accommodates. That's such a weird thing because, like,
I'd love to do more.
Like meteorologists, when they do like weather every day, we're like, hey, our weather's sunny. There's nothing to report.
Yeah, we are. Well, I mean, I don't know.
It's gonna rain again.
It's supposed to. Like,
Oh.
I don't know.
Where are the kids? They're all around. They're upstairs right now playing.
You haven't been hearing them being
Yes.
ruckusy,
Yes.
causing a ruckus. I'm gonna go see this
We
crock
told
pot
them to
meal
not
if I
come
can
down
still
if they're
make
not
it.
bugging us. So
No.
looking at tornado vlogs, yeah. I was gonna make Mississippi roast in the crock today.
Rebecca, I love hearing that. Mississippi roast. What makes that different than like regular? Tell me. You better send me that. I love a good roast. Mm-hmm. You had your first Zoom chat.
Oh, that's cool. How did
my
that
mom
go?
said they can bring dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Better be delicious.
I had dinner with my family. We ate homemade bread and homemade soup. Ooh, homemade soup.
Homemade soup. Yum. I'm liking hearing all these.
The
Oh no.
softball
Y'all, we
season.
just got
Wow.
a message on my phone that they're canceling softball season.
Yeah, baseball's coming up too. No way. No way. They won't. No way. No way they're gonna let kids sports activities like that. No way. I mean, there's too many kids who just won't do it anyway, so they won't even be able to field teams.
That makes me want to cry.
Wow.
Like-
We take a drive out somewhere. Where would y'all take just a drive somewhere? Where would we drive? Where would you drive? You could just get it.
I don't know. I'm like still just like y'all know how much I love watching the kids play. Ugh, that stinks. I thought they would still do it in the summer. Well, that's really sad. So I guess the state's not reopening in that way, huh?
Well, like you said, like all the stuff. No way.
Okay.
So let's see. Where would you drive? Yeah, that's it. Let's wait to answer the question.
Well, I guess since the state parks are being reopened to state park.
Ooh, we could go. Yeah, we could go to Marble Falls.
Really?
a nice one.
Okay.
Basically, writing off this year. Every holiday has been next year. Yeah, they all clash. Yeah.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
I want to be a weather girl. You want to be a weather girl or meteorologist when you grow up?
Awesome.
We love
Reese,
it.
that's cool.
Very cool.
Jackson, you always have something going on, buddy.
I don't know.
Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Yes.
I hope you're okay.
Yes.
All right, so I was still trying to see if I can still make this crock pot meal. If not, Grandma said she'd bring us dinner.
Well, I think the kids were expecting pizza, so
Wait, why?
because we're gonna watch Pirates of the Caribbean too.
Pirates of the Caribbean 2 and pizza night. Oh, okay.
But maybe.
No,
I don't
that's
know.
fine.
We'll see.
Okay, boomer. I know, Jackson, you're so funny. Let's see, who's the person? Watching you from Belgium, that's so cool.
I live in Birmingham.
Yeah, I
Alabama.
know. I
Should
got a
be
little
calling
teary-eyed about the sports thing, y'all. That just, I don't know why, that just...
Well, I mean, like I said, you know, everybody can push and push and push, but you can't make people.
Reese, I love that.
They can't make people go get their hair cut or go to the roller rink or go to the movie theater. They can't make you do it.
Have I ever wanted to be a weather presenter? Not really, but I have wanted to be a storm chaser.
Yes, a lot. She asked to go like chase storms all the time.
I literally actually priced it because I thought I'd take Grayson, which I know some people would probably disagree with, but He's my kid, and I'm gonna. But anyway, but then I found out that it's around like the cheap tours were like almost $4,000 per person.
Wow.
So I was like, nope.
Well, you gotta, you know,
Oh.
just get
Couple years maybe.
just get in your car and buy a couple
gonna
$1,000
have to do it
equipment.
myself.
I was about to say, and then go get
You're
your
in
own
fifth
tour.
grade. Sophie's in fourth, so you guys are right by each other.
Yeah, she's about to go into fifth. Yeah.
Oh, Amanda, thank you. You're so sweet. It was my spinal group. That's my birthday fact.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
okay,
one of those,
Abba.
wow.
Abby. I just called you Abba. Wow, my brain. All right, so I'm still looking, trying to, you know what annoys me, y'all? You know when you go to like recipe blogs and like, I know they do it so that they have more ads, but like they literally have like all these stories and like they make you scroll through 5,000 things and 5,000 ads that are really like slow before you get to the recipe.
There's got to be a browser extension that says like just show me
Well,
the
I
recipe.
don't want to turn their ads off because I make money from ads. I support people using ads to make money in these ways. But whenever there's like 20 and you put the recipe at the bottom, that's annoying. Okay, let's see. Cook on low.
Yeah, it's not cheap, that's for sure.
Cook on low for 6 to 8 hours.
Where are you staying with Disney October? Well, our plans, we haven't booked it yet, right? But the plans
The
are
Grand Floridian.
the Grand Floridian for our first few days, and then we'll probably switch.
Then we'll probably switch because it's real expensive.
we'll probably switch to the Caribbean or something like that, or I don't know, maybe someplace new.
So our parks, like all the playground equipment, benches and stuff, were all closed. I don't think those are going to be reopened in phase 1.
I have no idea.
Hey there, messy face.
Again, I'm not going, so I don't care if it's open. So.
Yeah, we're not gonna
But there's
let
gonna
our
be people who
kids
go and whatever and do their thing. So Grayson's in 3rd grade,
3rd grade, yeah. Grayson and Sophie are back
and
to
then
back.
and Audrey's in kindergarten. So even more contagious than those two.
Oh, I know. Kyle and I were talking about that. All the asymptomatic people, and that is why they need to test more.
Well,
that's why the doctors
actually,
want to
so
test
at least
more.
I've seen some studies too, and this was the interesting one for me, is that they said the amount of virus load, which is literally how much virus you take in when you first get sick, actually has a big impact on how sick you get.
Really?
Yeah, and so that people who basically just got kind of like a little side cough or like got it through their nose, just like a, in the air or from a package, don't get as sick. And that's why they're sometimes also, they're not necessarily even asymptomatic, they're just lightly symptomatic. And so there was this kind of a big thing there about your body also flattens the curve. As long as you have a little bit, it can handle it. But when there's too much at once, it can't handle it. So,
Abby, that's awesome. Well, that's interesting. I hadn't heard that. And yes, hey kids, Reese says hi.
keeping distance, yeah, for the most part. I mean, like, we're not like running up and like hugging each other, no kissing, anything like that.
Well, we've only seen the grandparents. Well, technically, I've seen twice, but we've only, in this whole last month and a half, we've seen them once.
Yeah.
Technically, so we don't see them. We've social distanced from them as well.
Yeah.
Which has been hard, but.
But yeah, when we do see them, no hugs and kisses, just kind of just waves and.
I gave hugs. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you gave hugs.
I did.
Oh, no hugs for me. No touching.
I did give hugs.
But I mean, like, you're bumping yourselves around in the kitchen and stuff. It's not like we were keeping like perfect 6 foot spaps between everybody. I think you just kind of try to keep it minimal and
Yeah, Reese, I'll tell her.
not make a big deal about it. So, what are the rules where we live? So the rules aren't allowed to see family. I guess technically we're probably not allowed to see them.
You're allowed to, like,
The rules
yeah,
specifically,
you're not.
The rules specifically are you're only allowed to go see family
To help them.
if they need assistance.
If you need to
like
drop off
they're-
food or pick up medicine.
or they need medical assistance,
or if they physically need help. Like some people have
like
grandparents
Meals
that
on
need,
Wheels style,
that
right?
need help bathing though. I mean,
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
like that. Or
I
with
mean-
their house, maybe their house, they need help with that. So you're allowed to in that situation. Good food is a good shout for, I'm getting this.
Yeah, good. BBC Good Food.
I'm gonna go find that right
I
now.
think that's the one that's on our fridge.
Is it?
So on our fridge is one of those fancy fridges with a screen, and it's got an app, but I think it's that BBC Good Food. Is that
BBC.
recipes? That's Salisbury
We might
steak.
already have it.
I think so, but
Your parents are visiting in the garden tomorrow.
yeah, I mean, we would always say to everybody, right? Is just still
That's what we did.
minimize
we
contact.
mostly stayed outside.
Yeah, but but just we didn't go hugging on everybody and like making them, like rubbing all over them, right? And wash your hands a lot, And
We did do that.
a lot of washing hands, a lot of just kind of, even afterwards, like we took
I
showers
will,
when we came
Jackson.
home and stuff,
Yeah.
They said, I read there's another tip is like if you've been in a situation, actually tons of mouthwash and actually making sure you put soap up your nose. I know. That's fun, right? Everybody loves that. But Yeah, mouthwash and soap up your nose is actually a good way to kill the virus. You can literally wash your nose just like you wash your hands. When you've been just like out at the grocery store, for example, or just out at somewhere where you could potentially get it, but
she's playing Play-Doh. Hi, Lizzie.
Are you playing with the Play-Doh? Oh, okay.
Okay. You don't want to play with the yucky Play-Doh? I think there's no Play-Doh out. I think it's just the toys.
It's just the toys, like the accessories, not the Play-Doh. So she's
I told you guys, look at my hair. It's grown during this as it dries.
Yeah. I was trying to see your dog.
Oh.
Where's he at?
I don't even know where the dog. Oh, there he is.
Oh. Yeah.
There's Jack.
He's hanging out over there.
He's seeing him in the corner there.
There's a chicken nugget over there from lunch left over.
So he wants it.
He's just.
Colombia. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Did you see that?
Hello from Colombia.
Sorry, I hit a wrong button. That's awesome. Hey, back from Texas.
Oh, good.
We have a lot of Colombians here.
Yes.
We have a lot of everything. Houston's the most diverse city in America. It's more diverse than New York City.
Yeah.
So Houston is an awesome place to live because your kids are exposed to all kinds of cultures and people. It's amazing.
And one of the leaders for the marketing team in my company is from Colombia.
Yeah. So I don't even know, where was it we went where there was not a lot of diversity? Pennsylvania. So we love Pennsylvania, but I was super fun. But it just and there's not not a lot of diversity there for any bad reason. It's just like
just is.
It's just
Texas,
like
Texas is
Texas
is a hub, right?
Yeah.
Especially Houston is a big hub.
Yeah, so if I went to when we went to Germany, there wasn't a ton of diversity. So to some places it's just not as whatever. But Houston, so we're so used to it, so that when we go to places where there's not as much, we're like, oh, okay, that's weird to us.
Yeah, I've been to Los Angeles.
We've been to Los Angeles a few times.
3 times, 4 times.
The first time I ever went was to watch Kyle on Jeopardy.
Oh, that was the first time I'd ever been.
Oh yeah.
Was to go be on Jeopardy.
Oh yeah, because the other Jeopardy you did was in
Ohio.
Ohio, because it was a college one.
You didn't come to that first tournament. Did you come to that first tournament or the second tournament?
I went to the second one.
Yeah, the tournament champions.
Yeah.
So that was the second.
So you won the first. I didn't.
So
I went to the
you
second one that you still won.
Yeah, I see. That's right.
Yeah, and I was in the audience, y'all, and it was like a really at the Jeopardy audience, it's not like a hoot and holler audience.
You're supposed to be quiet the whole time.
You're supposed to be really quiet.
Except for clapping during the breaks, basically.
When they tell you to.
Or win a daily double or whatever.
But when Kyle won, I was like, what? And then I was like. Someone said, come to Louisiana. I used to live in Louisiana.
Yeah, we come to Louisiana.
I used to live in
once in a
Mandeville.
while.
So I love Louisiana. I love New Orleans.
I definitely love Louisiana food.
Oh God, we love Cajun food. I mean, you're making a strawberry cake.
And I love Louisiana style aesthetic. So
they just had some tornadoes there. They're supposed to maybe have more. So y'all think about them, okay? Well, I think
it's time
now I'm getting I opened up that BBC. Is that what he said? BBC Good Food.
Good Food.
I opened it up, and the first thing on here is mojito time. If you're young and you don't know, mojito is an adult beverage. So that's funny. They're like, make some mojitos. It's not a bad idea. Grandma left. She said maybe she'd bring dinner, and then I haven't seen her comment since.
Maybe she's making dinner, like it's promised. All right, y'all.
All right. We're gonna go live again at 5. We just wanted to accommodate more of our friends over in the Netherlands and Belgium and all these places over there.
We're so glad that you guys showed up. Everybody who showed up, thank you for coming. Stay safe. We'll be back at 5. You're welcome to join us then again, or different people, whatever. We're happy to tell your friends, come talk. We're just here to chat.
Yeah,
we love hearing from y'all. What's going on?
And this time too, we were talking a lot about what was happening here. Didn't actually get to hear as much about what was happening with y'all. So if you can come back at 5, do that. I'd like to hear some more
about what's going on in the rest of the world, rest of America, the rest of everywhere you are. So.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna just quickly read. I don't like seafood, but Kyle loves crawfish.
Yes.
And I like everything but the crawfish at Crawfish Boils, like the spicy potatoes. They always cook crawfish if you're not from
in a crawfish
area. They put them in a big pot, and they're
corn, potato,
and it's super hot,
and super
cayenne,
spicy,
hot pepper. But the potatoes, they make your lips nips Why? I can't talk. I'm not allowed to be on lives anymore.
They make your lips.
Lips numb. You're
Numb.
like, but it's so good. All right, and thank you to the person who shouted out this the BBC food, good food, because I'm gonna definitely explore this.
Clancy's has great crawfish on 359. There's a lot of good places. There's a place
Oh,
nearby.
Amanda, I
There's a
forget
place-
that you're here.
There's a good place called Good Boys Catering.
It is Saturday, Grandma.
They-
Grandma said, or on Saturday she could bring dinner. It's Saturday, Grandma. You forgot what day it is? I can't judge. I did too, y'all.
Yeah.
Like the vlog that's gonna be up, I think on Tuesday. The whole vlog, I'm like, it's Wednesday, and like at the end of the vlog, I find out it's not Wednesday. So when I was editing, I put throughout the whole vlog, every time I say it's Wednesday, I'm like, nope. I just like flash this, nope, nope. It's really fun. I mean, I thought it was funny. It was really sad. I literally did not know. It's like, it's Wednesday, April 2nd. And I was like, no, it was not.
Okay, well, be safe then if we don't see you
All right,
next time
Daphne, I'm
5.
so glad you're one of the people I was trying to get included on here.
So good. Okay.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. See you at 5.
We love y'all. We'll talk to you guys maybe at 5, and if not,
Yeah.
next week, okay?
All right.
Don't forget to turn it into our normal vlogs, too. They turned our comments back off.
Okay, yeah. Oh, wah.
Wah,
We'll talk about that maybe.
All right.
Okay.
Goodbye,
All
everybody.
right, see y'all.